Bezat Hashem. Chok Israel, Gemarah, the first day, Sunday of Parshat Mishpatim. Today is the 18th of the month of Shvat. B'chavot. Amar Rav Huna. One second. Masechet Brachot, Daf, page 8, Amud Aleph. Amar Rav Huna.
Amar Rav Huna bar Yehuda. Amar Rav Amen Leolam Yashlim Adam Parashiyotav Im Chatzibur Shnayim Mikra Ve'echat Targum Va'afilu Atarot
V'divon.
Okay,
it says like this. Rav Huna, Rosh Hashiva, Rav Huna, the son of Rav Yehuda, in the name of Rav Ami, says that weekly a person is obligated to complete the portion of the Torah. Okay, even what's his name, with the community constantly. This should be done as a steady idea, and even the pasukim that are actually repeated 3 times, same pasukim. Not all the time you have Hebrew twice. And in the Torah, usually you have a pasuk in Hebrew, not Hebrew, Chas v'Shalom Hebrew, Lashon HaKodesh, and then we translate it into Aramaic Targum. However, there are some pasukim, like 2 words, 3 words in the pasuk that actually have no translation. So it's actually 3. So you're basically going to be repeating 3 times the same words. So the Gemarah says, even those, because you might think to yourself, why do I have to repeat Targum? Because it's the same. The Targum is not saying anything, special, like Atarot v'Divon. When the pasuk discusses those 2 places, right? It does not change the words. So why should I repeat it? Even if there's such a case, it's not just those 2 words. Obviously, there's many more, like there's God. Some psukim in Shmot, very small psukim have no translation. The Torah says you have to say it anyway 3 times from the Tirgum. Shekol. Why is that so important? Zohar. Shekol המשלים פרשיותיו עם הציבור, נו. שכל
המשלים פרשיותיו
עם
הציבור
מעריכין
לא ימיו
ושנותיו. Now, anybody who completes weekly with the community, constantly, every Friday, preferably before Shabbat, if not before Sudah Shabbat, Sudah Gdolah, Shabbat morning, before that, there's many prohibitions not to eat until you say it. Anyway, whoever does fulfill this mitzvah, it's not a good idea, it's actually halacha, chova, it's an obligation on every Jew to do Shnai Mikra V'Echad Targum. The person who does it, there is a blessing that his life is extended. Rav Bibi Barabba.
He's saying what? To read it in the morning, Shabbat?
If the person is late, there's some say that he's not allowed to eat Sudah Gdolah. Sudat of Shabbat after a morning, the Sudah morning, he's not allowed to eat until he says it. Some say that. Yes, Rav Bibi.
Rav Bibi bar Abayel savar leashluminehu
לפרשיותה.
לפרשיותה.
דכולה.
דכולה שתה במעלה יומא דכפורי.
Okay, Rav Bibi, the son of Abaye, he says he was busy the whole year learning Torah. When did I have time to do Shnai Mikra? That's a lot. So what did he do? He wanted Erev Yom Tov to read the whole Torah twice and Targum. It would have taken him probably 4 hours, 2 or 3 hours, maybe less. The whole Torah.
No.
Yes.
Impossible.
It's possible. For you, it's not possible. This is Tanaim, Moraim. What are you talking about? So this is what he wanted to do.
You're supposed to pronounce.
He's going to pronounce.
Whisper.
Yeah, that's right. He would. Yeah. I asked this question to Rabbi Avram Shor. He told me.
I
asked Rabbi Avram Shor this question. How is it possible? He says to me, "What's your problem? Say pasuk, say Ashrei 7,000 times. That's exactly the whole Torah. Twice and Targum. Say Ashrei Yeshua V'Techa, the whole Ashrei from beginning till the end 7,000 times. You done it. It's exactly the same number, the same letters, everything.
Yeah.
That's what he told me. That's how he answered this question. Okay, Tana. No, so he wanted to finish what? He wanted to finish everything Erev Yom Kippur. Wow, that's going to make it what? He's going to be busy with that. That's going to be a problem. What's the problem? Tana
le Chiyam bar Rav
Midifti. So Rav Chia, the son of Rav Midifti, brought to him a problem. You have a situation here. If you do that, why? It says the pasuk in Vayikra chapter 23.
כתיב וניתם את נפשותיכם בתשעה לחודש בערב וכי.
No, it says in the pasuk something very strange. You shall make yourself suffer on the 9th of the month of Tishrei, 9th, the day before Yom Kippur. Very strange pasuk. So he's asking a question: is it possible that on the 9th we fast? Ve'alo mitaniin. Do we fast on the 9th? He's asking. It's like betmea ve'alo.
Technically, yeah.
Continue ve'alo. B'sara mitaniin. B'asara mitanin. But the Torah obligates us to fast on the 10th of the month. Why the Torah tells us the 9th? אלא לומר לך. כל האוכל ושותה בתשי מעלה עליו הכתוב כאילו מתנה תשי ועשירי. So he says it's impossible for you to say the Torah, the whole Torah, 7,000 times like Ashrei. It's impossible for you to say twice Torah and Tirgum because you're going to be busy on the day before Yom Kippur. But the Torah teaches us a new rule that anybody who is busy with eating the whole day before Yom Kippur, it's as if he fasted 2 days. Savar le'akduminu. So he says, you know what, you're right. I'm not going to do it on the day before Yom Kippur. I'll do it earlier. Amar le'ahu savar. No, he wanted to say that, you know what, I'm going to read the whole Torah. Listen, I learned the whole year. I don't have busy time for this. Come on. That's going to take me half hour every day. Come on, who has time for this? So he says, you know what, every week. We talk about people who didn't stop learning, not like us, but Amaratzim, we have so much time on our heads. They didn't stop learning for a second. Those kind of people. So he says, you know what, I'm going to do on Sukkot, right after Sukkot, after Simchat Torah, Shabbat after Simchat Torah, I'm going to sit, I'm going to eat my meal, and I'm going to finish the whole Torah up front, the whole year up front. So the rabbi came to him and says, no! If you want to live a long life, you cannot say it earlier than the community, and you cannot say it later than the community. You want to have a long life, you must do it weekly. כדאמר להו רבי יהושע בן לוי, לבניה, שלמי ופרשיותיי רואים הציבור, שניים מקרא ואחד תרגום. As Rabbi Yeshua said, make sure to be meticulous, to read the Torah portion weekly at the time with the community. Don't rush and don't be late. Vizaru, continue.
You hear, Jacob?
ויזהרו
בורידין כרבי יהודה דתנן רבי יהודה אומר עד שישחוט את הוורידין ויזהרו וזקן ששכח
So now, there's a few things that Rabbi Yeshua commanded his children. One is to make sure that they read Parashiot weekly. Be very cautious to cut when you do shchita on a chicken, to make sure you cut 2 veins at one time, not little by little, like Rabbi Yehuda says. That now Rabbi Yehuda says, Omer ad shishchot et avredin. When is it kosher? When is it the completion of the shchita? He tells you when you cut the 2 veins. And also another thing, Rabbi Yeshua ben Levi told his children, be very cautious to honor an old person, an old individual, Talmid Chacham, who just forgot the Torah. He sounds like a Ma'aretz now, but it's not true. He was a big Talmid Chacham, but now because of his Shachacha, that's, by the way, another person, another important nekuda that a person should be very cautious to daven daily, starting from as early as bar mitzvah. Hashem, please make sure when I get old I don't become loose head.
Gotta start before bar mitzvah.
That's right. No, bar mitzvah is good. Until you don't worry, it's guaranteed. Somebody starts from bar mitzvah. I have such a prayer that I compiled. Our shul has printed out. I'm sure everybody has it. Give it to your children. If you say it every day, this tefillah after Shmoneh Esrei, before you take you 3 steps back, you're guaranteed not to have problems with your mind at the old age. How do you know that you must honor a person who lost the Torah, who forgot all his Torah? As it says over there that Moshe Rabbeinu was very meticulous to put the new luchot and the broken luchot into the Aron. Amar lehu. Come on, Rabbi Zor, אין לנו אותם. אמר להוא.
אמר להוא רבה לבנה, כשאתם חותכים בבשר אל תחתכו על גב היד.
So Rava said to his children, he taught them the following very meticulous item, that when he says to them, when you cut meat, make sure you don't cut the meat like this in your hand. Place it down. Remember, in olden days, the people in the forest, they did whatever, they don't have zeh, they did a shchita, let's say, now they think they're going to cut a little piece of meat in order to zeh. Make sure you don't do it on your hands, because why? Ika de Amri. Now the Gemara is going to say why. Some say it's because it's dangerous. You're going to cut your hand by mistake. The knife is very sharp. What are you going to do? Ika de Amri. Some say no, it's not because sakana, because they don't care either. They're going to cut themselves a little bit. No, what happens is if you cut yourself, the blood is going to drip on the meat. You're going to say, who wants to eat that now? Nobody's going to join him. He's going to join this guy. Maybe he's going to eat himself, but no, for sure nobody's going to join him. So that's another reason. ואל תשבו
על מיטת
ארמית,
ואל תעברו אחורי בית הכנסת בשעה שהציבור
מתפללים. So he says another thing. So he told him three things, right? One thing, don't cut the meat on your hands. Second thing is never sit on a mitah of a goy. Never sit on that mitah. Okay, we'll understand what that means. What are you doing in that room? We'll see. And never pass in the back of the Beit Knesset while the people are praying. So now the Gemarah is going to analyze. The reason why you cannot sit on the bed of a goya, one is the Amri la tignu below kriyat shema. One reason is very meticulous. If we go to sleep without saying kriyat shema, it's as if counted in Hashem's hands, in Hashem's heavenly court, as if you slept in a goyish bed. If you went to sleep without saying Kriyat Shema, Ika de Amri, some say another reason. Never marry. He told his children, do not marry Giyoret. Okay, again, a prominent family in the Jewish nation is allowed not to marry a ger. Nobody else. A regular Jew who is a simple Baruch Hashem, a regular simple Jew is prohibited to say, I'm not marrying gerim and I'm not going to have my children marry gerim. That's asur. But a prominent families are allowed. So he tells him, because you are from a prominent family, I don't want